Wonderful. Okay, so today for our Glow Up Creators Workshop, we are going to be focusing on answering a frequently asked question. Okay, so we're going to create a post today that answers a frequently asked question. We are all going to have completely different questions that our audience ask us, that our customers ask us, our clients ask us. But when we share a post about a question that we're asked, we get to demonstrate what we know. We get to demonstrate our expertise, the knowledge that we have, the stuff that we know. And we're also going to use it as a opportunity today to open it out to answer any other questions that our audience has. So there's kind of two purposes to today's post. We're going to demonstrate the thing that we know by answering a question and sort of sharing a bit of that knowledge and that expertise, and then providing an opportunity for anybody in our audience to comment on the post with an additional question that you can then answer in the comments. I'm just going to let Paula in as well. So today's post is answering a frequently asked question and inviting our audience to ask any other questions. Now, you might think, why would I answer all the questions when what I really want is for my audience to buy the thing or book the call or sign up to the thing? And that's where I'm going to answer all the questions. But you honestly can't give too much away in one Instagram post, in one little question, answering people's questions in a comment. It's not going to stop anybody from booking a session with you or buying your thing or whatever. It actually helps them because it helps to position you as an expert. It helps to position you as someone who is open to chat and talk, and start to build that relationship with them, which is going to help them, which is going to make them feel more trusting and more likely to buy into the other stuff. So don't feel like by giving everything away, by answering all the questions for free on your Instagram, that it's going to stop anybody from buying from you. If anything, it encourages people to buy stuff from you because they can see how good you are, how much you know, how open you are, how much, all of those good things. So if you have a template in Canva already, or you have a template that you like using for your graphics, I think this one would really work well as a graphic post. So a single image post that we post on our feed that has the question on it in text. If you already have a template in Canva, or you already have a template that you have built, use one that you've already got. Please don't sit here making a new template. If you do not have a template, I'm going to quickly show you where you can find one from Canva in 30 seconds. So it doesn't take you 3 hours. You lose all this morning time on Canva. I'll show you one that you can just quickly grab and tweak. And then I want you to think of a question. What is that obvious number one question that loads of people tend to ask you on a call, or when they're going backwards and forwards chatting to you about something, they're always asking? What is that? I mean, it might not be a single question, but what is one simple question that you can share? And then in the post, you're sharing the answer to that. And try to be as specific as you can. So not something like, how do I order? Something that's really super specific to your audience. And if anyone is stuck, we can brainstorm some questions, and then you've got that space in the caption to then answer it as fully as you can, give all the details, all the information that they need, and then invite your audience to ask you any other questions about what you do, your services, the process, anything like that. Open it up and have a big open house. They literally ask me anything about what I do and I will answer it, because that's how you can encourage people to start chatting to you. Okay. I'm going to show you where to find a very simple template on Canva now. If you have one, open it up and just edit the template that you have. And if anyone is stuck for how to word their question, or they've gone blank, then shout, and we're going to do that. So in Canva, I have just typed at the top here in the search bar, FAQ. That's all I've done, FAQ. And then I have filtered it. I mean, you don't have to do this part, but I've filtered it by Instagram posts. So it's only going to show me ones that are square, ones that sit nicely on Instagram, and that include FAQ. So there are loads of templates on here, absolutely loads. The ones with the little crown are only for Canva Pro users, but there are loads that don't have the little crown that are available for free for anybody. So if you don't have a template, or you think, you know what, I want, I'll just grab one from here, like that one there, neutral minimalist, that's a nice one. I would probably go for this one up here personally, because then I could put a picture of me. I'll swap that picture out and put a picture of me behind it. That's also quite a nice one. You can just change the colors. You could pretty much keep that exactly the same and just change the colors out, maybe whack your logo on it if you wanted to. And then you're just editing the text here and here. Or I'd put a single line and then sort of say more info in the caption. That's quite a nice one as well. You just need to swap out the colors. So just pick one of these. Don't overthink it. Don't waste loads of time. That one's quite a nice one as well with the chair. You've got a bit of image and graphic there. But just go with one of those if you don't have a template already. If you do have a template, just work with the one you've got. Is there anyone that straight away is like, don't have a question, don't know what to put? Okay, that's good.
I do, Lorna.
Okay.
You knew it was going to be me. Right. The only reason why is that I posted, oh my goodness, I love this question last week.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't get any uptake from it in terms of, people asking questions back, but I knew that wasn't necessarily the intention. But I do, some of the things that I come up with are just so kind of big, like, why should I use a travel consultant? Or how can I get the best holiday experience? Or why should I book my holiday? When should I book my holiday? How far in advance should I book my holiday? And I then sort of worry that, something like where should I go on holiday at Christmas, or where can I go on holiday at Christmas is a bit wishy-washy again.
You want to try and get it really specific.
Yeah. And something that's quite kind of like, oh, I hadn't thought of that before.
What about something like, how can I make my holiday more special?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or what extras can you get me on my next holiday?
Yeah.
Because I didn't realize the power that you have as a private travel agent.
Oh, yeah. I've got the power. Yeah.
Because, right, the trick with picking this question is that you want it to lead into a way that you can demonstrate your knowledge and demonstrate your skills. So it's not just about picking a frequently asked question that, is out in the world.
Exactly.
It's a strategic question here that's going to allow you to go, oh, I do these amazing things for my clients, or this is, gives you that opportunity to say that. So, I'd maybe go with one of those two.
Yeah.
Because, like you say, otherwise it's a little bit too vague. Where can I book my holiday at Christmas?
Yeah, that doesn't, not interesting. Not interesting.
Yeah. Because we don't want to be giving an answer. I mean, we don't want to be giving an answer that's just a fact. We want to be able to give an answer that then you know, we can expand on, and we can, you know, really give some detail to. So
and it's also personal to me as well, rather than it being like just so broad that anybody could apply it.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Brilliant. Thank you.
Cool. Zoe, you had your hand up beautifully there. Right.
Sorry, I'm on my phone and I don't know where I'm going, or I disappear off, or I can't unmute myself. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When I ask the question, I'd like to, so what exactly do you have to do for in my 90-day planning session? Do you ask it like that? So what exactly do I have to do? Or do you say, what exactly do you have to do?
What exactly do I have to do?
Okay, thank you.
So that when they're reading it, it's like a question they are asking.
Yeah, cool.
What exactly? Yeah, that's a good question. That is a good question, because then you're able to overcome that objection in your answer to that they don't really know what it's about. They don't know how much time they're going to have to commit, that kind of stuff. I like that one.
Yeah, that's what I thought I'd do. Yeah, and I thought I'd say that I send out an agenda that tells them, you know, what things we're going to discuss, so that they can sort of have a look at their business before.
Well, that's a good idea.
Yeah, cool. Okay, thank you.
Wonderful.
Lorna, can I ask a question, please?
Yes.
So, one of the biggest questions I get asked when people come in is, how long does the kitchen take to fit?
Okay. Yeah.
And the answer to that is much quicker than somewhere like Wren and places like that. So I want to try and put that in the caption, because it's a lot quicker, because we're all organised and we all do everything, and it's all in our stores before we fit. So, so do I, in the answer, do I just put, you know, 2 weeks or however long I think it's going to take, and then see the reason in the caption, or what do I put in the bottom there?
No, I wouldn't put 2 weeks. I wouldn't actually put like the factual answer.
Yeah.
I would put it exactly how you've described it to me. Less than you think, quicker than Wren.
Oh, am I allowed to do that? Yeah, I'm
You
going
don't have to name drop them if you don't want to, but less than you think.
or the we call them the high street sheds. Yeah,
quicker than the high street, something like that, because then you're still answering the question, but you're positioning yourself
above them.
Like you are the expert at this.
Yeah,
whether it's 2 weeks or it's 3 weeks, it doesn't really matter. But what they want to hear is that it's going to be done quickly, and it's going to be done better than other people.
Yeah, okay. And the other big question I get is, what's the price difference between laminated worktops and quartz worktops? So again, I mean, I can tell you straight away what that's going to be, and roughly. Do I put the answer in the answer, or is it?
Is the answer a figure, like a money figure? Is there
yeah, it's about managing people's expectations, because we get people come in and say, I've got X amount to spend, but I want quartz worktops, and I go, well, you're going to have to add another.
Okay, if you feel like you want to talk about finances, then that's fine, but I would also give some more detail about the difference in value, because it's very easy to say, okay, this is £500, this is £2,000, but you're obviously going to get two completely different
products, two
completely different kitchens. So if you want to talk about specific finances, great, but I would also package it up into, well, this is a much higher quality product that's going to give you a different finish, with the kind of the benefits of that, you know, investing that amount of money in that quality product, rather than just talking about the price.
Yeah, I'll probably stay clear of that at the moment until I get my head around that one, but I'll do the how long does your kitchen take to fit?
Okay, I like that one.
And then do I put anything in the captions, or that's not necessary?
So I would probably do this as the question on the graphic.
Yeah.
And then the answer in the caption text.
Okay. So where it says answer, do I just put see below for answer, or? Yeah. Thank you.
Jess, I have one that gets often. Is online tuition just as effective as face-to-face? Yes. Okay, well, that can be part of your answer. There are pros and cons to both, and depends what your priority is as a parent looking for tuition. You could absolutely, yeah, that's a good question to use, because that gives you an opportunity then to say both sides of it and sort of give a bit more detail of, okay, these are all the pros of online. These are all the pros of face-to-face. Probably maybe wouldn't focus on the cons, just say these are the pros of face-to-face, these are the pros of online. It's going to completely depend on your child and your priorities, but I offer both. Yeah.
Lorna, sorry.
Rima.
Quick question. Well, not a quick question, but I really struggle to think of questions because I have
Yeah,
so
you're
many
more
products and,
yeah.
and you know, like every week I focus on another product and things like that. But it's always difficult to know what to ask. I mean, like the things that I've written down now were, where should I spread my fragrance? Because I'm talking about fragrances,
Mhm.
you know, these couple of weeks. But is that boring? But people do ask me this. But yeah, it's just knowing where to go with the question.
Do you
What
ever get
about
that ask you? Oh, go on, Zoe. Go on.
I just got a question about can you prepare your skin for the winter?
Hmm.
You know, and what products would I need? What extra products would I need to have in the winter to protect my skin? I know that's a huge long question there, but you can bring it right down. But just thinking of things like, because we're coming into, I mean, obviously it's not really October out there at the moment, is it?
No. SPF.
Oh, what about, should I still wear
SPF, everyone.
sunscreen? Yeah, should I still wear sunscreen in the winter? That's a good
Yeah.
one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll shut up now, sorry.
Thank you.
Lorna, once we've done this one,
Mhm.
follow-up one, if you have any other questions.
No, so I'd probably, for this one, I'd probably in that caption space, put, if you have any other questions about women's health,
Yeah.
just at least a couple of examples, and just say put them in the comments, and I will reply. I'll reply to you. Or if you felt like people wanted to maybe ask you something more privately, just say, look, DM me your question, and I'll reply back. And give you my answer.
Kind of the way I've done it, yeah, it looks like really long just in the box.
Oh no, so I wouldn't put the answer on the graphic.
You wouldn't put that out there.
No, so I'd maybe put one line and say continued in the caption, or see the caption
Right, okay.
answer.
And then put that below so people want to go into it.
Yeah. We've got some good examples of questions. And then because this is a single graphic one, if you wanted to schedule it for later on in the week or save it for next week, you can do, because it's like a single image and the caption. That's one that can easily be scheduled. Or even if right now you're thinking of like 2 or 3 ideas, you could do 2 or 3 versions of them, keep them as drafts, and do one every couple of weeks. And ideally, what will happen is other people in your audience will see it, and maybe they're thinking of that question, so you've answered their question for them. But if they have any other questions, they'll put them in the comments for you, which gives you an opportunity to start having a conversation with them to answer their question. But also, if they're asking you a question on your post, it'd be perfectly okay to send them a message and just tell them a bit more about what you do, whether there's anything else that you offer that could help. Maybe you do free calls, maybe you have something coming up that they would be interested in, just to let them know about that.
So on the actual sticker model, what do I actually write? I write the question
Mm-hmm.
and then the answers more below.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you wanted to put if there's a separate box for it on your template,
Yeah, that's what's confusing. It's
there's
all these templates with the
for
extra
it,
box.
I would maybe put the first line and then say the rest of the answers in the caption, or see the caption for all the info.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jess has put another example in the chat there. What's the key difference between a coach and a mentor? See the comments for my answer. Because really the point of that text on the graphic is just to hook somebody in. And then you actually want them to spend the time reading the answer. So, tell them to read the answer.
That's fine.
Awesome. Like everyone's getting on with their work. It's nice.
As my call to action at the end of it, so my frequently asked question that a lot of people ask when I meet them is that they have an idea. I have an idea, but how do I know my business will work?
Mm-hmm.
So my call to action at the end, when I've like explained it, can that be if you have an idea and not sure if it'll work, and then put a link for my 30-minute free discovery call?
You can do. You won't be able to put links in your.
Yeah, it doesn't work, but head over to my bio. Is that the best way to get them to do it?
You can do. Why don't you ask people to put their idea in the comments, and then you can give some feedback.
Okay.
And then anyone that does that, you can then pop them a message and say, I'd love to chat about this more. Why don't we book in one of our calls and we can go into depth about it.
Okay, I like that. Thank you.
Anyone want to run theirs by me?
Still writing it.
That's okay.
I will, Lorna.
Mm-hmm.
So mine's on my mini retreat, and so I've put mini retreat in there. When is it and what will you be covering? And then underneath I've put the date and then more details and caption.
Okay, wonderful.
Is that a bit boring?
Not boring. Not boring. It's information. If that's what
information.
people have asked you, and that's information. What might be nice to kind of add to it is why you've included some of the things you've included.
In the caption, yeah.
The caption. So
Yeah.
you know, saying that it's on a Sunday or it's at this location. Why have you picked that location? So that we can have, you know, maximize the space or maximize the time together in this beautiful surroundings, or just adding a little bit of like why you've chosen to
Yeah.
do it there, or why you've chosen to do it all day, or why you've chosen to include some of the specific things that you've included, just so that people can really see what they're going to get out of it.
Yeah. I'll do that.
Wonderful.
Thank
It's
you.
not boring though. Sometimes you have to tell people the information. That's fine. Actually, that reminds me of a little tip that I saw a while back. When you're writing about stuff like that, that's very kind of information or factual, or this is the date of the retreat, or this is what we're going to be covering at the event. Try to use the phrase "so that" to give a reason why. So the retreat is on a Sunday so that you have, you know, it doesn't interrupt the rest of your working week, or the retreat is at this location so that we can take advantage of the outdoor space. You know, it can apply to lots of different things. It just gives you a chance to add in the reason why it is what it is. I'm trying to think of another example now. You know, there is a free replay provided so that you don't have to worry about missing it. Just that phrase "so that" helps you to naturally add in a reason why it is what it is.
Lorna,
Mm-hmm.
can I just quickly show you what I've got? I don't know if it's missing anything or if it needs anything more to it.
Yeah,
Is what it is.
it is what it is. Face-to-face tuition just as effective as online tuition. Oh, I like it. Okay, the only thing I would say is maybe missing is your kind of call to action in terms of like the answers in the caption.
Oh, okay. So would I add that underneath, or would I say answers in the caption, or
Yeah,
what
just
would I
put
put in?
a separate line underneath and just say answer in the caption.
Answer. Is that all?
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Wonderful. Okie doke. Well, you can totally post that today, post it now, get it out there if you want to, or it's one of those ones that you could now add into your scheduler, put it on Business Suite, schedule it through the Instagram app for later on in the week, absolutely, or keep it as a draft for next week, completely up to you. Obviously don't forget that you've made it, and then that caption that you've written can just be copy and pasted, and then it can be out there. The only thing I would get you to just think of is that, you know, you putting this post out there to get people to talk to you and to ask questions. So do make sure you go back on and see what questions are on there. It might also be nice to share it on your stories as well on the same day, so that if anybody's watching your stories but maybe they haven't seen it on your feed, you could then add a little question box. And although you're basically saying the same thing, like ask me any questions, some people might prefer to do it through a question box on stories as well. So there's two little things there just to be mindful of when you share it. Lovely. Any other questions, let me know, but I will leave it there and I will have a little look out, see if I can find your posts when you share them. Have a lovely week.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks, Lorna.